Thank you for logging on to this broadcast of high school sports on WellsCountyVoice.com. Be sure to thank the sponsors you hear throughout the game and use their products and services, because without their support, this broadcast wouldn't be possible. This is the 10th year that WellsCountyVoice.com has been bringing you the finest in high school sports coverage, and we thank you for your continued support. Now, sit back and enjoy the game.
Voice Sports Network, WellsCountyVoice.com. Live worldwide tonight. We're from the Castle in Kingsland, as the Norwell Knights at 4-2 host the Bluffton Tigers at 1-5. Can't start Christmas vacation without this county rivalry game, and it's finally here. Jeff Cracy and Scott Minster, the voice of the Bluffton Tigers, joins us here tonight as well.
Well, thank you for having me, Jeff. And this has been always one of those games on the schedule that both squads look forward to. But I think right now the Bluffton Tigers are just looking for a little bit of momentum, a little bit of confidence building tonight. And I'm not sure they're going to get it.
Yeah, coming here is a tough out, no matter the records for either squad. It's just a tough building to come in and play, and you've got a large crowd here. Obviously, the home side is nearly packed, and you've got a Norwell team at 4-2 that I have not yet seen, so I've got no clue on what to look for from this squad. If they're a typical Mike McBride team, they are going to use every inch of that hardwood on the defensive side of the ball to try to pressure Bluffton.
Yeah, the Tigers are struggling right now. One win, their win came against South Adams. They dropped to Southern Wells for the first time in 18 years. They followed that up with a game against Garrett. Garrett came into that game winless. And so right now, Coach Bennett just looking for something out of this squad to build some confidence and build some momentum. Tigers' struggles have been varied. Their guards have struggled, especially shooting from the outside. Their bigs have been effective sometimes inside, but they struggle to draw contact, and consequently they struggle to get to the line. And when they do get to the line, they're not converting. And those things are kind of a mixture for disappointment. And because of that, when the Tigers get behind, it's very difficult for them to make up big margins, although they've shown that capability. They went down to Monroe Central, they got behind, they took it in overtime, but they ended up losing that game. But right now, they're trying to get off a little bit of a dry spell, and coming into this place, which has been historically tough, That's a tough place to make it up.
Chris Benedict is 16-38 in his 30 years at Bluffton. He's been a coach for over 27 years, 388 wins in those 27 years. Michael McBride in his third year now at Norwell, 31-24 in those 3 years. He's 170 overall in 15 years of coaching. Last time out, Bluffton lost to Garrett. I believe that game was at the Den last Saturday.
Yes, it was.
And Norwell also played Carroll. That game was also on Saturday and lost 45-31. Series over the last 30 years, Norwell with a 15-10 edge, including a 40-31 victory at the Den last year. For some reason, I was thinking the spread on last year's score was a lot bigger than that, but apparently it wasn't. The John Harrell Power Predictor has Norwell as a 57-34 favorite. For Bluffton, they come in averaging 46.2 points per game offensively. Defensively, they give up 50.3. So, Scott, they're not exactly getting ran out of gyms. They're just having trouble scoring.
Yeah, no, I mean, they've had a lot of competitive games. And, coming into that Southern Wells game, I think I made a comment during the pregame that I thought their record was deceivingly kind of misleading, because I thought they were much better than a 1-3 team. But then they go ahead and they lose a game against Southern Wells that they were up the majority of the game. And then back-to-back games, they come up against a Garrett team that's winless. And you just got to wonder, after those two sort of games, Southern Wells hasn't beat them in 18 years. Garrett didn't win a game. That mentally, you have to have some real mental toughness to come into this game and compete at a high level. And Coach Benedict always has his teams prepared. We certainly expect the Tigers to do that. But this is going to be a tough game, and the Tigers are going to follow that up with Winchester coming back to the Den, which historically has been a tough team for the Tigers as well. So Tigers got to get it going.
Well, and that's kind of one of the things you have to keep in the back of your mind. when you come up on the Christmas break and you're playing your county rival in Norwell, you don't want to lay an egg because you do have 7 days before your next game. Obviously, you'll get Christmas Day off, but you don't want to lay an egg and then have to come to practice tomorrow morning and have to deal with that. Trust me, I lived that once or twice when I was growing up, way back when. For Norwell, they opened with 2 wins against Concordia and Mississinawa, lost to Dwenger, then 2 more wins against Eastbrook and DeKalb before the loss to Carroll. They averaged 44 points per game. Defensively, they give up 43. So both these squads, low-scoring teams. And the next game actually is a rescheduled game with Adams Central. That game was supposed to be over Thanksgiving weekend.
Well, that's tomorrow.
Yep, it sure is.
All right, how about that? Let me just bounce back here,
sure.
Dave. I want to take a look at something.
Ahead.
So just looking at strength of schedule here. Tigers' strength of schedule 22 and 23. Norwell's 20 and 17. Okay, so pretty comparable strength of schedule.
It'll be interesting to see what happens. The cog that turns the wheels, at least what I've been told, again, my first look at this team, is Will Geiger. He is the wheels in the machine, a 6'4" basketball player for Norwell. I've just been listening into some of the crowd as we were watching the JV game, and he is definitely the man to trigger the Norwell offense. Again, I think what you're going to see out of Norwell, though, is their defensive tenacity is kind of a Michael McBride trademark. Realize he's only been here 3 years, but even in his previous incarnations, his teams are famous for getting at you on the defensive side, and that's what Bluffton is going to have to deal.
Well, you saw that a little bit at the end of that JV game. Tigers, I think, were up by 8, going down kind of midway through the 4th, and Norwell just turned the defensive effort up an extra notch, created several turnovers, made some conversions, took it into overtime, where Norwell eked out a 2-point win in overtime. And again, you got to wonder if that's got a little bit of a psyche going for the Tigers. JV looked like they were on a path to cruise to a win. Norwell comes back, ties it up with kind of a buzzer beater at the end of regulation, and then they go into overtime, and there's a foul with 1 second on the clock. The game was tied at that point. Norwell steps to the stripe, makes 2, and again, with 1 second on the clock, not a lot the Tigers can do. So Norwell, kind of a come-from-behind win in the JV game, and I'm sure the JV Bluffton Tigers team was disappointed. And you just, if you're a Tiger fan, you hope that doesn't roll over into the varsity game. If you're a Norwell fan, obviously that was an exciting JV game, and you want that momentum rolling over into the varsity game.
You have to go way back. As Scott was telling that story, you have to go back to the 2011-2012 campaign. It's the last time that Bluffton defeated Norwell. That was a Kevin Lysing coached squad, and that game was a 1-point game at the Den. So Norwell has been in control of this series over the last 7 or so seasons.
Boy, and I remember that game. That game was a barn burner.
Yeah, well, over the last few years I've been over at Southern Wells or just kind of flopping around to wherever I was needed, and I think I remember that one as well. That was a huge crowd and a fun game to watch. Whenever I wasn't doing another game, obviously as a Bluffton grad now living in Norwell territory, I'm here watching if I wasn't broadcasting somewhere else. And really you can't throw the records out. I mean, ask Southern Wells after last week. Anything can happen.
That's right.
On any given night. That's why we play the games. We don't let computers play them out as both squads head to their respective benches to get or locker rooms rather, to get their final instructions here.
So for the Tigers, if you're an Norwell fan, this is probably what you're going to see. Coach Benedict likes to work the inside. Tanner Cooley and Everett Johnson will do most of that work. The sixth man coming off the bench for the Tigers is probably going to be Zach Cummins, another big who on several games has led the Tigers in scoring coming off the bench. Their guard play is going to be driven by Jonathan Irwin. He's going to put up the bulk of the three-point shots for the Tigers, although Gavin King hit a few threes against Southern Wells, but long range has been an issue for the Tigers this year. And Irwin and King and McClish are going to have to hit some long balls to kind of open up that middle for the Tigers, or they're really going to struggle tonight. The other thing the Tigers, as I mentioned earlier, their bigs have to draw contact and have to get to the line. Tigers are pretty effective moving the ball around and getting it inside, and their bigs get looks, but they're not very effective at kind of like a drop step and creating contact underneath. And they're going to need to do that tonight. And, of course, if they get to the line, they're going to have to make foul shots. It's going to have to be a must.
Well, that's kind of the big thing. I heard some announcers talking the other night about Indiana basketball historically, just to use as an example of getting to the foul line, where they want to make more free throws than the opponent's attempt.
Right.
And that's what every school, every coach tries to do, but you need to drill the free throws when you get there, and it doesn't do you a lot of good.
And you look back into that JV game. That JV game was a perfect situation for that. The Tigers were up by 2. I think it was less than 30 seconds on the clock. Tigers were at the line shooting free throws, double bonus situation. They make 2. It's a 2-possession game, probably over.
Right.
And they miss both. Norwell goes down, converts, and we go into overtime.
Now, I will say that Scott Misner is Nostradamus, because he called probably about 7 minutes before it happened that JV game was going to go to overtime. You could just feel the momentum.
And I called double overtime, and that was 1 second away from being right away.
Yeah, kind of a weird foul with 1 second left in that JV game called on Bluffton. It was definitely a foul, don't get me wrong, but...
Well, that's a tough call. That's a tough foul to call.
I give the referee credit for blowing the whistle there. I got to be honest with you. That's a tough pressure situation. Yeah, it's a JV game, but it's a game nonetheless for the kids that are out there. So both teams have rejoined us here. We're getting closer to game time. That's why we're starting just a smidge later than normal due to the long-running JV game. Nice size crowd here at the Castle, as expected. Again, they are back home tomorrow night against Adams Central. And Bluffton has a week or so off before battling Winchester after the holiday. Both school songs are being played at this point.
All right, so Jeff, can you still recite the Bluffton school song?
No.
No, okay.
No, I can't.
I'm a little disappointed.
My father would be really disappointed, too. He is here, by the way. He's coming to check it out. Sitting on the Bluffton side with his arms crossed, looking down intently here. It's been weird, living in Norwell territory, and I'm starting to feel my allegiance go a little bit more and more towards the Knights here. My friends are just giving me all kinds of slack over that, and I'm like, I live here now. It's not that big of a deal.
Well, I noticed your beautiful wife over here was wearing a Norwell shirt.
She is. I left mine at home. So, yeah, it's a weird game because, you graduate from a school and you've got that allegiance, but at the same time, living here now, and if I look off to my left, I can see my son in the pep band. It's like, that's kind of a win-win. No matter what happens, everybody's happy.
That's true.
So we're just about ready for game action here on the Voice Sports Network. Clock winding its way down to 0. Warm-ups complete. Glenn Marini from Wayne 15 yakking it up with some of the Bluffton players here. He's probably like, let's get it going. I got to get back to Fort Wayne. In this county rivalry game, it's traditionally right before Christmas, traditionally with a large crowd, and tonight no different. Far side is nearly full. Bluffton side a little bit less full, but a large, healthy crowd nonetheless. I'd like to thank Kelby Ray White and his crew for getting the internet going up here for us tonight. A little bit of a struggle, but we got her all going, and we're all situated here. The PA announcer going through the requisite sportsmanship stuff, so to speak. And pretty soon we'll have basketball action here for you on the Voice Sports Network. And while we're sitting here waiting from everybody at the Voice, from our houses to yours, a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. In case we don't talk to you, we're not going to be talking to you again before the new year. National anthem performed by the Norwell Pep Band under the direction of Corey Kelly. Starting lineups tonight. First for the visiting Tigers of Bluffton. Number 10, Connor Torson. He's a 6'1" junior. Or whoops, I got that backwards. Dylan, yeah, we're off to a blazing start. Landon McClish wears number 10. He's a 5'10" senior guard. Number 12 is Jonathan Irwin, a 5'11" senior guard. 20, Gavin King, a 6'3" junior forward.
Senior forward,
pardon me. 24, Tanner Cooley, a 6'5" forward and a junior. 34, Everett Johnson wears number 34, as we said. He's a 6'1" senior forward. Now we'll get Norwell. Number 10 is Connor Torson. He's a 6'1" junior. 12, Garrison Brady, a 6 foot. Boy, the PA announcer is boggling my mind here. Garrison Brady, a 6 foot junior. 15, Will Geiger, a 6'4" junior. 22, Landon Geiger. And rounding out the starting five for Norwell, Eli Riley, a 5'11" junior. Mike McBride is the head coach of the Knights in his third year here with Norwell.
All right, Jeff, make you a deal. I'll do first and third. I'll give you second and fourth. That way you can finish the game up for us. How's that sound?
Works for me.
All right. It's going to be Cooley jumping against Geiger, just about ready to get this game underway as the Bluffton Tigers have entered into Norwell territory. The jump ball will be handled by Norwell, and we are underway here at Norwell. Number 10 is Torson. He'll give it up to number 3, Leidig. Leidig double team, looking for some help. It's going to dump it off. They'll rotate around to the left side, dump it in the corner. Geiger will go cross court. Into the corner, Riley's shot is up and good. Eli Riley with the first bucket, and the Knights take a 2-0 lead. Tigers will see a little backcourt pressure. McClish will break, gets it to Irwin. Hands off back to McClish. Inside the top circle. Drives left, picks up his dribble. Looking for Gavin King, knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Tigers. 7:15 to go, 2-0.
Norwell is already showing that they like to press, and like we said in the pregame, Scott, use the entire floor.
Yep, absolutely. We'll throw it in the back court, and we'll get a foul, first foul of the game, as Geiger is going to bump into Everett Johnson.
We saw Geiger's eyes get as big as saucers. He thought he could intercept that pass clean, just a step off.
First foul of the game. King will inbound. Johnson will give it back to Gavin. Riley will pick him up. Geiger on Johnson. Everett picks up his dribble on the baseline. Dumps it to Cooley. He's double teamed, but he's going to get fouled. Second foul. A couple of quick fouls for the Knights.
Well, that's the downside of being a pressure defense. Sometimes you foul too easy.
McClish will inbound on the baseline. Looking for Cooley and knocked away by Geiger. It'll stay Red basketball. 2-0 Knights. We're a minute in. This is the first offensive set for the Tigers. Irwin over to King. And we'll get another Norwell foul. So 3 quick fouls against the Knights.
You've got to adjust if you're Norwell now, because you can tell that they're going to call tight, at least to start the game. You might need to back off a half step.
Boy, thrown in the backcourt again and almost lost, but Johnson tracks it down. Everett in the corner. Baseline drive off the glass and good. Everett Johnson. We're all knotted up at 2. Torson will hang on the backcourt. A little pressure put on by the Tigers. Throw over top to Riley. And a travel call. Norwell turns it over. So the Knights coming out a little spotty. Turnover and 3 quick fouls. So again, you see that backcourt pressure being applied by Coach McBride. Johnson will split a couple of defenders. Dumps it off to Cooley. King over to Irwin. Irwin drives, throws back out. We'll rotate around. King will fire the 3. Down it goes. Gavin King for 3. 5-2 Tigers. Again, Gavin hit a couple threes against Southern Wells. Tigers need that long ball to be effective. Leidig, Geiger, baseline drive, off the glass, doesn't go. Cooley with the rebound. Back comes the Tigers. Irwin will push. McClish right side. Irwin between the circles. Gavin King goes left side, Irwin. Johnson. Back outside, Irwin. Irwin is a threat from the outside. King gets into the paint, back out to Irwin. He'll launch a 3. It's going to down. That one goes. Jonathan Irwin hits. 8-2 Tigers with a quick 6-point lead. Geiger working inside. Geiger cuts the lead to 4. Irwin penetrates and he's bumped on the way. That's going to go against Breggy.
That's his second, I believe. It is.
That is their 4th foul already. We're just 3 minutes into the game. Drew Fetterspiel will replace Breggy. And again, they'll throw it back into the backcourt to Johnson. Irwin will set the offense. Johnson looks inside. Will penetrate. Off the glass. Good. Everett Johnson. 10-4. Tigers getting it done inside and out so far. Geiger down low. Bullies his way inside 3 Tiger defenders and converts. 10-6 Tigers, excuse me. Johnson. Cooley. Cooley gets in the paint. Geiger there, blocks it. Cooley gets it back and travels. Turnover, Bluffton.
A little too far underneath on that rebound. Had nowhere to go.
Yep. So here's the 6th man for the Tigers, Zach Cummins. He'll replace Cooley. So another big body for Coach Benedict. Zach did not play basketball last year. He opted for wrestling. Back on the hardwood now.
You can tell he's got the frame for it.
He does have the frame for it, absolutely. Outside shot is off the back iron, no good. Rebound, Gavin King.
A lot of one and dones here from Norwell.
Yes, indeed. Riley on the miss. Irwin has it knocked away, gets it back. Johnson gets inside, kind of forces it up. And we're going to get a Bluffton foul here.
I think they're going to get Johnson. Yeah, that's what they did.
Johnson's first, team's first, 3:47 to go, 10-6 Bluffton. Leidig over to Torsen. This is Riley and tries to get it down low to Fetterspiel. Knocked out of bounds. It'll stay white basketball. Torsen will inbound. Shot up and good. Leidig from downtown. We're on the seesaw, 10-9. Again, good backcourt pressure by the Knights. They'll break. Cummins underneath, too hard off the glass, and the Knights come away with it. Torsen in the corner. Geiger with a fake pump off the glass, no good. Rebound, King. McClish back the other way. 3 minutes to go here in the first. Bluffton up by 1. Irwin and King both with 3-pointers for Bluffton. And we're going to get another Norwell foul. Torson's first. That's the 5th team foul on the Knights. Under 3 to go here in the first. Klisch, Johnson between the circles. Looking for Cummins inside, and the Tigers will turn it over. Too many bodies down low. 3-point shot on its way, misses everything. Geiger turns garbage into gold. And Norwell back on top by 1. Their first lead since 2-0. Irwin for 3. It's long. Geiger again, and Everett Johnson hustling down. Knocking that out of bounds. Stays White basketball.
Green's going to check in here, or pardon me, Wilson in for Norwell.
Landon Wilson wearing number 40. Geiger working inside. Will go outside with it. Lighting for 3. 14-10. So Norwell starting to get on track offensively. Defensively, they continue to work hard. Irwin on the run. No, denied. Johnson. They rotate into the corner. McClish for 3. No, hard off the back iron. Knights come away with it. Boy, no foul called. And travel.
A little interesting that a lot of fouls called early on, and they're letting it get a little bit more out.
Body's starting to fly, and whistles stay silent. Bluffton breaks. Irwin will fire a 3. Down it goes. Jonathan Irwin. Back to the seesaw. 14-13. Norwell holding 1. Geiger again goes outside with it. Another 3 on its way. Down that one goes. Torson for 3. They call that a 2.
Well, they did,
16-13. That must have been a 2. Irwin again. No. Rebound Leidig. Leidig controls, gives it up. Torson, top of the key. Back to Leidig. 28 seconds to go. See if Coach McBride wants to play last shot, which looks like that is what he wants to do. Norwell holding 3. Torson's going to hold it. Torson at 12, directing some traffic. Down at 10. Torson. Federspiel. No. 2 seconds to go, and that's going to end the first quarter. 16-13, Norwell holding 3. We'll be right back.
Costly misconceptions about collision repair. Brought to you by Lauren's Body Shop.
The insurance representative said the shop you selected isn't on their approved list, and you should choose from their list.
False. You are not required to visit these shops, and doing so could put you at a disadvantage in settling your claim and receiving a high-quality repair.
In business since 1951, Lawrence Body Shop on East Dustman Road specializes in insurance collision repair, offers free estimates, and an outstanding limited lifetime warranty. Visit lawrencebodyshop.com.
Every team knows that the three-point play can be a winning move. That's why State Farm and me, Kevin Beatty, and my team are here to help you go for 3 by combining your home, auto, and life insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. So go for the win and score savings by combining your home, auto, and life. It's just another way we're here to help things go right. So call me, State Farm Agent Kevin Beatty, at 824-1928. It's a great call that saves you time and money.
Voice Sports Network, WellsCountyVoice.com. Back here at the Castle, 16-13, Norwell with the lead, and Scott had it, pretty much right. A seesaw battle. Norwell a little bit slow to start in that first quarter, but was able to hit some timely threes and come out in front going into quarter number 2. McClish will start the offense for the Tigers. Drop steps, nothing there, goes left side. King underneath, they go. Johnson with a turnaround, had it blocked. Fetterspiel will clear it out for the Knights. Torsen back the other way. And he comes to his right between the circles. Zone defense here by Bluffton. Norwell so far on the perimeter, underneath now to Geiger. Nowhere to go for Geiger. Now they go back to Geiger. And we got a foul.
Cummins on the push, I believe.
It is Cummins, his first, team's second.
Everett Johnson will head to the bench. Tanner Coley comes back in.
Leidig back into the Norwell lineup as well, and he will trigger the inbounds below us here. Here's Torsen. Back to Leidig to Torsen. Around the perimeter. Fetterspiel going to kick it right side to right. Norwell resets their offense. They go to the left side. Now back towards us. All on the perimeter now. Wanted to go underneath the Geiger. The ball's knocked out of bounds and will stay here. Patient offense there by Norwell. I think they're trying to maybe catch Bluffton sleeping in underneath. Didn't work that time. But they still have possession of the basketball. Here's Fetterspiel to Leidig. Leidig will drive the baseline. Nothing there. Kicks it back out to Fetterspiel. Back to Leidig. 3 on the way. No. Long rebound to Norwell. Ball pinballs loose, however. Foul on the floor.
Yep, it's going to be a Bluffton foul. As the foul situation starting to even out here a little bit. And that may be Zach's ticket back to the bench with two quick fouls. Gabe Eisenhut looking in. Geiger on the inside.
Geiger up to 8. And Norwell extends the lead to 18-13. 2-2-1 full court press continues here for Norwell. Bluffton really hasn't had too much trouble breaking it, however. Cummins with the baseline jumper, yes.
That's a nice jumper by Zach. I really haven't seen that from him this year. Everything's been on the inside. Nice to see a little nice baseline jumper.
Bluffton would counter there with a little full court press. Norwell breaks it. Shot missed. Rebound for Geiger. Up, no. Cummins grabs the rebound.
That was a good defensive effort down low by the Tigers.
Irwin brings it back the other way. 18-15 to score. 6 minutes left, quarter number 2. Left wing to King. Underneath they go. Going to reset here. King dribbles all the way into the trees. Takes about 5 steps. Multiple substitutions. 40 in for Norwell. That's Wilson.
So Gabe Eisenhut's going to check in along with Brady Green for Bluffton.
So both these squads now going with full court pressure.
I've not seen a lot of Bluffton full court pressure so far this year, so this is pretty interesting.
Well, if they break it that easy as Riley gets a layup, they might want to rethink it. As it's 20-15 now, Norwell. Back come Bluffton. Irwin across the timeline. Dribbles to his right. Will yank it back out and start up the offense. He'll hand it off to McClish. McClish left side. Back to his right to Eisenhut. Eisenhut drop step, goes left side. Irwin 3 on the way. Rims out, no good. Rebound to Eisenhut. He might have
I would have rather seen Gabe pull that down.
Absolutely. 3 going the other way is no good for Riley.
Yep, that's going to be a Norwell foul. It's going to be foul number 6. Next foul is going to put Bluffton in the bonus.
Now that's something you got to recognize if you're Bluffton. They're Geiger now with 2 fouls. Yep. Go after him and try to get number 3. Bluffton.
Yeah, I'm not sure they got the ideal lineup out there right now to really go after Geiger. But I agree, Jeff. Now's the time. Get him to pick up that 3rd.
McClish. Over to Eisenhut. into the corner. McClish comes left side over to Irwin. Irwin back to McClish. He wants 3. Short. Rebound. Eisenhut pushed off.
Eisenhut pushing off, yep.
For Eisenhut, his first. Team at 3. Team's fourth, rather. I was ahead of the scoreboard. Fetterspiel back in for Norwell. 20-15 is your score. 4:33 left, quarter number 2. Bluffton foul coming to Irwin. That'll be his first. Team up to 5. So we're about to free throw shooting situations now for both squads.
They gave that to Brady Green.
Oh, they did. You're right. My bad. Here's Fetterspiel. Top of the key right side to Riley. Riley, dribble penetrates, fires, no, but he's fouled. I think that'll be on Eisenhut. It is. They'll send Norwell to line. Riley to shoot 2. The quarterback of the football team hits the first free throw.
Well, I hate to be too dramatic too early, but Tigers really need to convert something here.
No question about it that the momentum is with the Norwell squad at this point. Not out of hand yet, but you're absolutely right. Can't have too many more empty possessions here or it'll get out of hand. And you don't want to lose confidence that you had built in the first. Eisenhut looks, nothing there. He'll get it back onto the return feet. He'll get it to McClish on the right wing. Norwell starting to ratchet up that defensive pressure a little more now. Forcing Bluffton to dribble a little bit more than I'm sure they're happy with.
Good look by Tanner Coley. Just can't convert it.
Out come the Knights. Slidey looks to run. To Riley. Torson will go left wing.
Travel
on Wilson. 3:21 left. Johnson will check back in for Bluffton. He'll replace Eisenhut in the lineup.
Foul situation, all evened up at 6.
Here's Irwin. He'll get it over to McClish. McClish lost the handle, gets it back, goes to his right. Picks up his dribble, looks for help. Irwin, guarded by Riley. Johnson, nice crossover, up off the glass, just too hard. Cooley with the rebound, right back up, no. Norwell clears the rebound. Lid over that Bluffton basket over the last few minutes.
Yeah, that's a shame because Tanner worked really hard for that offensive rebound. Just couldn't get it to go down. And again, it's a 6-point lead. Very manageable. But you just get the feeling this thing gets up to 8-10.
Could very quickly get out of hand. Riley with the basketball. Lighting. Dribble penetrates right elbow, nothing there. They'll keep it on the perimeter. Torson on the left wing. He looks to drive. He'll fire up and in. I'm looking over Coach Benedict. If he's going to burn a timeout here.
I think that's a good timeout right now for Coach Benedict.
2:25 left. Quarter number 2. 23-15 now. Norwell. Back after this timeout on the Voice Sports Network.
Yeah, they bring the ball down across the timeline. Wingman is open. He dribbles around, finds an open man in the corner, jumps, shoots, scores. Hi, Tim Steffen Financial Group. Wish your retirement was as easy as jump, shoot, score? Come to see us at our office at 110 West Cherry Street or call us, please, at 824-8175. Let us work for you to reach your financial goals. Jump, shoot, score. Let us help you with that. Steffen Financial Group, 824-8175, 110 West Cherry Street, Bluffton, Indiana. Securities offered through Thurston Springer Financial, member FINRA and SIPC. Some insurance products also offered through Thurston Springer. Tim Steffen is a registered associate of Thurston Springer and is doing business as Steffen Financial Group. Steffen Financial Group is independent of Thurston Springer.
23-15 is your score. Norwell with the lead. 2:25 left, quarter number 2. Bluffton in a little bit of a scoring drought here. They're getting the looks, they're just not falling. Let's see how the Tigers respond after the timeout by Coach Benedict. Johnson throws it over to McClish. Now to Irwin, back top of the key to McClish. Norwell really ratcheting up that pressure over the last few minutes. And we got an offensive foul off the ball.
So player control foul, that will not initiate a one-on-one, but that will put Norwell in the bonus.
For Johnson, that's his second, team at 7. As Scott mentioned, with the player control foul, we've got no free throws. But from here on out, both teams will be shooting free throws, and we're going to return the favor. Norwell did the same thing.
Yeah, I see it, Coach Benedict. He's going to keep Everett in, playing with 2 fouls.
So back-to-back player control fouls. I can't remember the last time I've seen that. Bluffton with the basketball, still stuck at 15 points. Ball stolen away.
Good knockaway.
Fetterspiel looks, drives. Nice recovery by Johnson. He was standing on the baseline.
Good hustle back for Everett.
Minute 40 left here in the first half of action. Norwell will trigger the inbounds. Here's Torson. Gliding on the left wing. Another player control foul, or what did I miss? Nope.
Well, there you go. I mean, I talked about that, whether Coach Benedict was going to pull Everett out. Now he's picked up his 3rd.
McClish will check in, and Everett will have a seat on the bench.
Jeff, what's significant about this little bit of a Norwell run, it's all been done with Geiger on the bench.
Yep.
You know, we talked about Geiger picked up his 2nd foul, and Coach McBride got him to the bench, and Norwell has done nothing but expand the lead with a chance to put him up in double digits by 10.
Torson hits them both.
And it is.
25-15 is your score. Bluffton needs to stop the bleeding here and try to cut into this and get it back into single digits. Ball's knocked out of bounds.
Good hands by Fetterspiel.
Can't tell you specifically how long Bluffton's been stuck at 15, but it feels like it's been quite a bit. McClish triggers the inbounds. All the way back to Green, and he'll get it over to Irwin. Right side down to McClish, comes to his left. Back to Irwin. Irwin drives, fires.
Just got too far underneath the rim.
Now, rim becomes the 6th defender for Norwell when you're that far underneath. And the parting of the Red Sea for Torson. And you can sort of feel the wheel starting to come off a little bit here.
Yeah, but I wish I was wrong, but I just kind of had a weird feeling when that lead got to 6 and the Tigers weren't converting. And now here it is 12.
Bluffton facing the full court press. Here's McClish. Over to King. King will cross the timeline. Green in the corner. Underneath.
Good help defense.
Loose ball goes to McClish. He's fouled. I think Riley will pick up the foul here for Norwell. Let's check. Nope, I was wrong. Oh, yeah, I was right. Riley, his 2nd, team's 8th.
Don't second guess yourself, Jeff.
I do that a lot lately. Believe you me, feels like not a lot's going right in life right now. McClish at the line to shoot 2. There we get off. The Schneid. Geiger back into the Norwell lineup.
Yeah, so Coach McBride doing a little offense-defense here. They get Geiger in on the offensive side of the floor with 40 seconds to go.
McClish hits them both, and it's a 10-point deficit for Bluffton, rather.
And there they go. Geiger pays dividends.
Yeah, right off the bench. Geiger has 10 points and is a 29-17 lead. 3 on the way, no for King. Rebound to Norwell. Norwell will slow down for last possession here.
I think I might have tried to play last possession if I was Bluffton on that shot.
Yep. Gold agree. Torsen takes a look with 5. Federspiel. I'm not sure Norwell knows how much time's left. They don't. That shot will not count. We have played one half of basketball. Your score at the half is 29-17 in favor of Norwell. Take a couple minute timeout. Be back with more on the Voice Sports Network, WellsCountyVoice.com.
You're always going to have sibling rivalry, and it's no different with the Heidi brothers. They went and built 2 dealerships right next to each other and filled them up with new Chevys, Jeeps, Buicks, Chryslers, Dodge Rams, and more. And some of the best late-model pre-owned vehicles around, just so they could compete for your business with service, selection, and price. The choice is yours. Heidi Automotive Group in Bluffton, just 20 minutes south of Fort Wayne.
Indiana Physical Therapy is your trusted choice in Northern Indiana. For 30 years, we have treated all walks of life, from peewees to professionals and Olympians and everyone in between. As a patient, you can schedule at any of our 18 conveniently located clinics without a doctor's order, and we communicate with your physician throughout your treatment. IPT is a cost-effective therapy provider who accepts all insurance plans. We offer the highest credentialed and most reputable staff in the area. We're open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and can schedule you the same day you call. You can find one of our 18 Indiana Physical Therapy locations near you. Choose IPT to get back to work, life, and play today. Celebrating 30 years in business, Indiana Physical Therapy is your choice for physical therapy. Call 260-209-2464 or visit indianapt.com. Troxel Equipment has been a trusted John Deere dealer and supplier of quality grain drying and storing equipment for over 2 decades. They can also be trusted to bring you rugged John Deere toys that are built for tough fun. Sturdy, die-cast scale models of the real thing. These toys hold up in the rough and tumble world of today's kids. And right now, through Christmas, all toys are 10% off at Troxel Equipment. You'll find John Deere tractors, combines, wagons, clothing, ride-on toys, and much more at Troxel Equipment, 5068 East, 100 North in Bluffton. Troxel Equipment, your solutions dealer.
Daniel's Jewelers on North Main Street in Bluffton has a great selection of beautiful jewelry for the fall season. We have awesome engagement rings and bridal sets with a variety of center stone shapes and gold color. We also have wedding bands in gold, tungsten, and even carbon fiber.
Who doesn't like a little bling? Diamond or gemstone stackable rings are just adorable. Petite little rings with a ton of style. We also have bar necklaces with stones or plain, and great stud-style earrings that have bezel-style settings.
There is nothing quite like the feel of gold. Yellow, rose, or white. Classic styles of earrings, hoops, buttons, and fancy shapes. We also have a great selection of sterling silver and, of course, our SteelX jewelry.
Daniel's Jewelers on North Main Street in Bluffton, where personal service and trust become part of the memory.
Dr. Josh Bell and the staff at Corrective Chiropractic have disc decompression therapy available, the non-surgical treatment for spinal injuries and spinal pain. Decompression therapy effectively relieves the pain associated with disc herniation, degenerative discs, stenosis, posterior facet, sciatica, and other spinal-related syndromes by reducing the pressure on spinal discs and facet joints through unloading created by distraction and positioning. Inversion therapy is also available for thoracic pain and symptoms.
Decompression therapy begins with a series of sessions, typically 2 to 3 times per week, based upon the severity of each individual's symptoms. Dr. Bell, a now certified Kennedy decompression practitioner, will determine the amount of sessions that will be necessary for optimal treatment results.
Dr. Josh Bell at Corrective Chiropractic is located at 360 North Main Street, Suite A in Bluffton. Call and schedule a consultation today at 260-353-1400.
Back here on the Voice Sports Network, we're at the Castle in Kingsland, home of the Norwell Knights, and they enjoy a 12-point halftime lead over Bluffton, 29-17. Scoring is as follows. First for the visiting Bluffton Tigers, McClish with 2 points, Irwin with 6, King with 3, Johnson with 4, and Cummins with 2 for a game total of 17. For Norwell, Torsen with 7. Geiger leads all scorers with 10. Levi Leidig with 6. Eli Riley with 5 for a game total of 29. Foul trouble for Norwell. Breggy has 2. Geiger with 2. Leidig with 2. Riley with 2. Bluffton Johnson with 3 and Eisenhut with 2. Bluffton got off to a good start in this one, Scott, but as the game wore on, Norwell started to pull away just a little bit, and they enjoy a comfortable 12-point halftime lead.
Yeah, I don't recall. Do you recall what the score was at the end of the first quarter?
I do not. 14-10, maybe? It was close.
14-10, 14-11. It was something around that range. And so the Tigers held to maybe a field goal and a couple of free throws really in that whole second quarter. And yeah, boy, I mean, the Tigers coming out, they hit some threes, they got some things done inside, they got Norwell kind of on their heels defensively. They had them with 4 fouls off the mark. And I don't know, how many times did Bluffton get to the line?
Yeah, unfortunately I didn't keep track of that.
I'm thinking maybe McClish's free throws were the only time they actually
That's the only 2
went
that they
to
made.
the line.
Yeah.
After having Norwell picked up 4 fouls within the first couple minutes of the game. Tigers just have got to do a better job getting to the line. Having Everett with 3 fouls going in the second half is a problem. They need Everett on the floor. Now, Everett's done a pretty effective job being on the floor with 3 fouls, but it obviously hurts some of his defensive aggressiveness.
Yeah, you don't want to pick up that 4th foul early
I think Zach
on.
Cummins has 2 fouls.
He does.
So he's kind of the big coming off the bench, and you got to be careful not to have him pick up that 3rd foul quickly.
You had that situation from a Norwell perspective that you had Brady pick up a quick 2 fouls himself, and you thought, okay, well, also Leidig, and they actually had a couple people with picking up.
Well, then Geiger
fouls.
picked up his 2nd foul, and I guess both of you and I made the comment at the time, boy, let's go after Geiger. And I think they might have had a possession or 2 to do that, but then Coach McBride got Geiger to the bench, and that's really when Norwell started to open the lead up.
Yeah, that's right. That is absolutely right. And what it translates into is a 29-17 halftime lead for Norwell. One more quick timeout before we start the 3rd quarter. Scott's back with the call after this on the Voice Sports Network.
Bluffton Roofing Incorporated prides themselves on developing a long-term relationship with their customers, listening to their needs, and suggesting the proper course of action, be it preventative maintenance, repair, or replacement. Bluffton Roofing and owner James Worth are GAF certified and are certified weather stopper roofing contractors. Bluffton Roofing is fully insured, protecting you and your home. Call 824-3564 or 307-6313. Bluffton Roofing Incorporated. Quality first home improvements.
Yeah, they bring the ball down across the timeline. Wingman is open. He dribbles around, finds an open man in the corner, jumps, shoots, scores. Hi, Tim Steffen Financial Group. Wish your retirement was as easy as jump, shoot, score? Come to see us at our office at 110 West Cherry Street or call us, please, at 824-8175. Let us work for you to reach your financial goals. Jump, shoot, score. Let us help you with that. Steffen Financial Group, 824-8175, 110 West Cherry Street, Bluffton, Indiana. Securities offered through Thurston Springer Financial, member FINRA and SIPC. Some insurance products also offered through Thurston Springer. Tim Steffen is a registered associate of Thurston Springer and is doing business as Steffen Financial Group. Steffen Financial Group is independent of Thurston Springer.
Are you taking the first step towards a healthier you? Or are you just tired of the same workout? From beginners to fitness veterans, the Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is the place for you. We offer a full range of workout equipment, personal trainers, certified instructors, a full line of classes, an indoor pool, and so much more. Have peace of mind when you work out with childcare available. The Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is so much more. Join today. Visit fwymca.org.
Halftime wine's to an end. Third quarter action, 29-17. Norwell with the lead, and here with the call for quarter three, Scott Minster.
29-17, Tigers down by a dozen. There's a tough second quarter for Bluffton. Coach Benedict will send out his starting five to the floor. Coach McBride will answer with the same. Maybe Knights basketball to open up the third. Thank you for joining us here on WellsCountyVoice.com and the Voice Sports Network. So here comes the Knights. Riley back to Torsen, over to Breggy, down low to Geiger. Top of the key three on its way, and down it goes, Connor Torsen, as the Knights open up with a quick three. 32-17. And again, Coach McBride continues to put the pressure on in the backcourt.
He palm it? I missed it.
Yeah, I missed it too, honestly.
I think that's what he did.
So a Tiger turnover. Reggie will throw it in the backcourt for Torsen. Or Leidig, excuse me, Leidig to Torsen. Geiger pulls up. Shot's a little short. Rebound, King. And McClish will cross the timeline. Leidig all over him. Irwin over to McClish. Landon. Back to Irwin. They try to go inside, and Geiger's going to knock it away and take it himself, and he will go coast to coast and get fouled. That foul's going to go against Gavin King. And a quick start here in the third for the Norwell Knights. Zach Cummins getting set to check in. Maybe Gavin's first. Geiger to the line, shooting two. And short on the first. Cummins in for Cooley. Again, Everett Johnson on the floor for Bluffton, playing with 3 fouls. Geiger back to the line to shoot a second. Geiger splits his free throws. It's 33-17. Coach McBride not letting up on the pressure. Tigers will break. Oh, and near steal by Riley. Torsen on King. Leidig on McClish. Geiger on Johnson. Everett tries to drive baseline. Gets it across. Outside three is good. Down it goes. Landon McClish. And boy, that's huge if the Tigers can get Landon McClish on fire. 17-point lead. Tigers needed that. Or 13-point lead, excuse me. 13-point edge. Leidig to Breggy. Riley, and we're going to get
another moving screen.
Yep. That is Geiger's third.
The plot thickens a little bit.
Yes,
now.
It does. Now, if I'm the Tigers, I am feeding Zach Cummins inside and making Geiger work. Johnson's going to go inside, off the glass, no. Loose ball bounces around. Geiger comes away with it. Leidig. Torsen up top, left side, Leidig. And there we go. That could be Everett Johnson's fourth.
Got it. And it will be.
And that is a pile of hurt right now for Bluffton. Brady Green's going to come in and replace Everett. And we may not see Mr. Johnson for quite some time. Torsen looking for Geiger, and Cummins will step in front of it and take it away. And again, I'd like to see him go inside to Zach and really work Geiger. Gavin King on the alley-oop. No. Cummins with the putback. No. Ball bounces around. Finally, Torsen comes down with it. Back the other way comes the Knights. And we'll get a Norwell timeout. Let's take a break. 33-20. Knights holding 13.
At Pizza Hut in Bluffton, it's hard to go wrong with a classic. Get a large 2-topping pizza for only $7.99 by ordering online now. Delivery minimum and fees may apply. Or try the $5 lineup menu. When you try 2 or more of a medium 1-topping pizza, bone-out wings, Cinnabon mini rolls, only $5 each when you buy 2 or more. Or if you don't know what to get for takeout tonight, Pizza Hut in Bluffton has made that easy with their dinner box. Select which freshly prepared medium 1-topping pizza you want and get 5 breadsticks with marinara dipping sauce plus 10 cinnamon sticks with icing, all in one convenient box. Pizza Hut, 628 North Main Street in Bluffton.
Welcome back to WellsCountyVoice.com. We are at the Castle in Kingsland. You know, I never really knew this was technically in Kingsland. Have you gotten the map out and actually checked that?
No, I have, and I've seen it before.
All right.
I hope. It's closer to Kingsland than Ossian, but...
Geiger underneath. Cummins cannot deny, and Zach's got to be careful. He's got a couple fouls. And Norwell defense bottles up Landon McClish. Looks like it's going to stay Bluffton basketball. McClish the king. We'll give it back to Landon. Inside the top circle, 5 minutes to go here in the third. Over to Brady Green, back to McClish. In the corner, King, they try to get it into Cummins, but Geiger fronts Cummins and knocks it away. Good defensive work by Geiger. Leidig dumps it down to Geiger. Geiger starting to take control here.
Yep. Cummins will get hit with the foul. That'll be his third.
And the Tigers just running out of bigs right now. Geiger straight to the rack, off the glass, and he's going to get called for the charge. And that will be his fourth. Big foul. And Coach McBride is going to get Geiger to the bench. And Wilson will come in. Along with Fetterspiel. So here we go. 15-point edge. Geiger on the bench. Everett Johnson on the bench for Bluffton. Zach Cummins playing with 3 fouls. A long 3 for Irwin. Down it goes. Jonathan Irwin cuts the lead to 12.
All 9 points for Irwin from 3-point range tonight.
And ball loose on the ground. Norwell comes away with it. Breggy converts. Halfway through the third, 37-23. That would have been a held ball twice in a girls' game.
You're right, it would have been.
Irwin with the drive, dumps it off the green. Gets it back outside. Rotates around. King will fire a 3. Oh, just rims out. Cummins working hard but can't pull it down. Federspiel will give it up to Torsen. Back come the Knights. Holding 14. Federspiel. Torsen. .325 to go in the third. 37-23. Breggy. Over to Leidig. Back to Torsen. And see if Norwell wants to slow things down and pound some air out of the basketball. Torsen cut off on the baseline. Will back it into the corner. Norwell content to work the offense. And why not? Clock under 3.
Oh!
Bodies flying. Like you said, Jeff, they caught it pretty tight for the first 4 minutes. Now they're letting them play. Leidig for 3, short. Tipped out, run down by Torsen. That's going to be Gavin King foul. Bluffton 4th. I think that's King's 2nd. It is. And Cooley back in for McClish.
It almost felt like a Wayne Barker four-corner special there for Norwell.
2:29 to go. 14-point edge for the Knights. Leidig, Irwin on him. Breggy. Boy, looked like he hoop and the harm. I thought he might have taken an extra step.
Real big problem with the
Cummins
Bigs.
4th. Yep, real big problem for the Bigs. Breggy to the line. Trying to convert the three-point play the old-fashioned way, and does. Lead back to 17, 40-23, 2:18 to go in the third. And Cummins playing with 4. Everett Johnson on the bench with 4. And Geiger not on the floor. Coley over to Irwin. He'll launch another 3. It's short. Cummins with the rebound. He gets hammered from behind. Federspiel should pick that up. Clock stopped at 2 minutes. They'll charge it to Wilson. His first, Norwell's third. Cummins to the line. Zach short on the first. Riley in for Leidig. 2 minutes. 2 minutes to go here in the third. Zach has one more. And off the back iron, he's 0 for 2. Tanner Cooley fighting for the rebound. Federspiel comes up with it. Gets it off to Riley. He turns the corner. Looking down low for Breggy and back. Cummins with the denial. Breggy, Federspiel, and a travel. Good hustle by Zach Cummins. And remember, he's out there playing with 4 fouls. Eisenhut will replace Cummins. Boy, if I'm Coach McBride, I might be tempted to put Geiger back out on the floor as the Tigers go small. Irwin picks up his dribble, finds Cooley. Tanner's going to have to do the bulk of the work on the Bigs. Cooley between the circles, 1:23 to go in the third. And we're going to get a Norwell foul. Should go against Breggy. Leidig getting set to check back in and gets a quick breather. And he'll replace Breggy. $1:20 to go here in the third. Cooley working against Wilson. And we'll get a held ball call. It'll stay Bluffton. Eisenhut will inbound. They find it open. Irwin off the glass and good. Jonathan Irwin for 2. 15-point edge. And the Tigers will put some pressure in the backcourt. Leidig over to Torsen. Torsen to Riley. Riley will break. Tries to find Federspiel, but knocked out of bounds off Irwin. White basketball, 1:01 to go in the third. 40-25. 15-point Knight lead. Wilson, Torsen in the corner. Shot short. Leidig with the rebound off the glass. No. Held ball this time. Norwell basketball. Just under a minute to go. 55 seconds left. Torsen inbounds. Good inbound off the glass and good feeder spiel.
That's his first points of the ball game.
Lead back to 17. Leidig with the tip. Eisenach gets it back. And Bluffton turns it over. 35 seconds to go, and I would imagine once Norwell crosses midcourt, you're going to see him set up last play of the third quarter, but not after that. Riley falls down in a turnover. Traveling call. We'll give it back to Bluffton. Let's see if Bluffton tries to play last shot, and we're going to get a push off here.
You get a double foul.
Double foul. Torson's second. Irwin's his first. Bluffton with 6 fouls. Norwell with 5. It'll stay red basketball after the double foul. Eisenhut will inbound. Here we go. And Bluffton immediately turns it over. Feeder spiel feeds Riley. Riley. He's going to be fouled from behind by Gavin King and go to the line. Well, boy, I called that wrong. But I thought Norwell would burn the quarter out. Riley gets to the line off the back iron. He'll get one more. .27 seconds left here in the third. And misses both. Cooley will give it to King, and Gavin will push the offense. King holding 19. Irwin fires a quick 3. No. Cooley with the rebound. Back up. Just rims out.
That's how it's gone for Cooley tonight. He's getting the looks.
Boy, that has how it's gone for the last several games for the Tigers. Third on Torson. 9.9 seconds to go. Brady Green up short. Leidig has got 6 seconds to go. Tigers get it back with 2 seconds. That will end the third quarter of play. Jeff Crasium coming back. 42-25. Back in a minute.
Indiana Physical Therapy is your trusted choice in northern Indiana. For 30 years, we have treated all walks of life, from peewees to professionals and Olympians and everyone in between. As a patient, you can schedule at any of our 18 conveniently located clinics without a doctor's order, and we communicate with your physician throughout your treatment. IPT is a cost-effective therapy provider who accepts all insurance plans. We offer the highest credentialed and most reputable staff in the area. We're open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and can schedule you the same day you call. You can find one of our 18 Indiana Physical Therapy locations near you. Choose IPT to get back to work, life, and play today. Celebrating 30 years in business, Indiana Physical Therapy is your choice for physical therapy. Call 260-209-2464 or visit indianapt.com.
To the fourth we go. Bluffton trailing Norwell 42-25. Jeff Crasium and Scott Mensner live here at the Castle tonight as we wind down the 2018 portion of this campaign. Norwell has a game here tomorrow night against the Jets of Adams Central. Bluffton plays Winchester the week after Christmas. And Norwell, I believe, also has an attorney over Christmas break. And then it gets interesting. We really crank up and hit the home stretch. Scott, of course, doing the Bluffton home games, and we'll be picking up more and more of the Norwell games as we move along here on The Voice. And here's Bluffton with the first crack of the fourth quarter. Down are the Tigers. Nice give and go, however.
Yeah, good ball movement by Bluffton.
Gavin King picks up the deuce. It's 42-27. Bluffton's going to keep that full court pressure alive. Wilson lost it, and it stays Norwell possession.
Good hustle back by Jonathan Irwin.
Triggering the inbounds. Underneath is to Feeder Spiel, and he's fouled. And
it's going to be the third on Gavin King. Norwell will be shooting bonus for the rest of the ballgame.
Scoreboard is showing King with 4, actually.
Yes, it does.
Third point of the ballgame for Feeder Spiel.
Coach Benedict is running out of fouls to give.
Second free throw is up and good as well. It's up to a 17-point lead. Norwell now backing off the full court pressure. Probably a wise idea. The outcome not in doubt at this point. But Bluffton trying to make it respectable. McClish for 3, no. Wilson clears the rebound to Leidig. He'll slow things down. Here's Riley. Eli to Leidig. All the way around the perimeter. Torsen will give it to Feeder Spiel. He looks to drive, and we have a Bluffton foul on Cooley. For Cooley, I have him for 1. Team at 9. Feeder Spiel will shoot 1 plus. He's a perfect 2 for 2 from the stripe tonight. Make it 3 for 3. Norwell on track for victory number 5 on the young year. Misses the back half, however. It stays 45-27. Back comes Bluffton. McClish with the basketball. Left-handed dribble. Over to Irwin. Back to McClish. 3 on the way from McClish. No. Rebound. Loose. Knocked out of bounds. And they're going to say it's Norwell basketball. Back comes Mr. Geiger. Craigie will also check back in.
How many does Geiger have, Jeff?
That's what I was just looking at. I have him at 13. He'll kick it left side. Driving and firing is Leidig. Leidig was 8.
Gavin King tried to get a charge call against Geiger. Might have been a little bit too much acting going on.
3 on the way from Irwin. No. Rebound to Torsen. He clears it out for the Knights. He'll go the other way. Drive coast to coast. Misses. Geiger with the rebound. Back up. No. Misses the bunny. However, it kicks out to Leidig. Gets 3 is long. Nobody blocked out. Torsen lays it up and in.
I think we're going to see a timeout here by Bluffton.
Yeah, Coach Benedict is not a happy camper. Timeout called. We'll join him. Be back with more after this on the Voice Sports Network.
Yeah, they bring the ball down across the timeline. Wingman is open. He dribbles around, finds an open man in the corner, jumps, shoots, scores. Hi, Tim Steffen Financial Group. Wish your retirement was as easy as jump, shoot, score? Come to see us at our office at 110 West Cherry Street or call us, please, at 824-8175. Let us work for you to reach your financial goals. Jump, shoot, score. Let us help you with that. Steffen Financial Group, 824-8175, 110 West Cherry Street, Bluffton, Indiana. Securities offered through Thurston Springer Financial, member FINRA and SIPC. Some insurance products also offered through Thurston Springer. Tim Steffen is a registered associate of Thurston Springer and is doing business as Steffen Financial Group. Steffen Financial Group is independent of Thurston Springer.
49-27 is your score. Norwell with the lead. 5:46 left in this fourth quarter. Bluffton with the basketball. following the timeout.
Everett Johnson back out on the floor for Bluffton, and
McClish backboard.
Boy, that's tough. You come out of a timeout and you throw it away. Pretty much uncontested.
Torsen will bring it back across the timeline for the Knights. Underneath the Geiger. Head fake up and in.
That's a situation. Everett really can't challenge him much with 4 fouls.
Geiger up to 15 points now. 51-27 is the lead. We knew Bluffton has trouble scoring, and it's another unforced error. Here comes Riley back the other way with a layup. Up and in for Riley. He has 7. And it's gotten out of hand, unfortunately. 3, no. Johnson with the rebound. We'll have a held ball. Possession to Norwell.
Mason Whirling in for the first time tonight for the Knights.
And that garners a loud cheer from the Norwell sideline. Geiger stops, gets over to Fetterspiel, drives, fires, had it blocked. Johnson will clear it out for Bluffton. Back comes McClish. 4:30 now and counting, quarter number 4. McClish surveys the defense. Right side, Irwin. Johnson. Nice look over. Up and in.
Good ball movement by Everett Johnson, finding the dime to Green.
Green wide open in the paint there.
Everett still working hard.
That's what makes games like this a little bit easier to swallow. It's not like they're rolling over and playing dead. They're staying after it.
They're hustling.
Geiger's just too quick, and Johnson is fouled out, I believe.
Oh, wow.
Kind of a touch foul.
Yeah, that is a tough foul to foul somebody out on. Especially on an and one.
Crystal will take his place in the lineup. I wouldn't think Mr. Geiger's going to be in there too much longer either. Riley's popping up off the bench. Free throw rims out. Bluffton controls the rebound. Cooley clears over to McClish. McClish crosses the timeline. Over to Crystal. Back to McClish. 3 on the way. Irwin was long. Geiger clears the rebound for Norwell. Wisely pulls things out. Head fake for Whirling. Kicks it back out. Lighting underneath the Geiger. Shot. Looked like it was deflected. Back comes Bluffton. 55-29. 3.5 left in this one. Irwin takes a look. Green back to Irwin. Crystal all the way around the perimeter. Side chattel shot there for Green, no good. Norwell controls the rebound. Here's Lighting, right wing. Looks to drive, stops, pops. Too hard. Geiger's there for the rebound. His shot's missed. Loose ball. Tips right over to Briggy. Misses the shot, but he's fouled. We'll shoot 2. Irwin picks up his second.
And Coach Benedict going deeper to his bench. Dominic McPherson getting set to check in.
You know he's getting deep if Scott Mensner's looking at the lineup card. Wilson and Riley back in for Norwell. We await the second free throw. Is also good for Bringy. 57-29. Norwell extends the lead. Riley back the other way, up off the glass and in. It's now a 30-point contest. Well, we feared it coming in, and it's coming to fruition. That obviously is a Bluffton perspective on life. If you're a Norwell fan, you're salivating on the chance to take it to the county rival. First free throw up for Cooley and in. We await number 2. Got them both. Unorthodox shooting style, but they both went in. 59-31, 2:20 left. Riley across the timeline for Norwell. He'll drive, he'll fire. Got kind of turned sideways. Misses the runner. Norwell, or Bluffton rather, clears out the rebound, and the foul's going to be on Riley.
Well, the Knights aren't slowing their offense down, Eddie.
No, no, sir. Riley picks up his third, team at 8. 1 in bonus for McClish. McClish hits the first free one. He will eyeball number 2. Two minutes left. Whirling thought about it. Now he's going to drive and fire, lay it off the glass and in. Whirling picks up his first 2 of the ball game. And a large roar erupts from the Norwell side. Underneath they go. Turnaround up. No, but fouled is Cooley, and he will shoot 2 more. Riley picks up his 4th. Coach McBride wants to nitpick anything. It's probably the fouls that they have given tonight. Outside of that, pretty solid effort for Norwell. Eisenhut checks in. McClish has a seat on the Tiger bench. Cooley with the free throw makes it 61-34. A minute and a half left. Peterspiel right wing comes over the left side to Riley. Wilson to Briggy. He'll drive, he'll fire, kiss it off the glass too hard. Cooley clears the rebound for Bluffton.
Well, after the Knights, you're feeling pretty good. You head in tomorrow, take on another ACAC opponent in Adams Central. If you're Bluffton, boy, you got to forget about this one.
Yep.
And get your mind prepared from a week from today to take on Winchester.
And I believe you said, as Riley clears the rebound now, that historically Winchester's been a tough out for Bluffton.
It's been a tough out. Now it's at the Tiger Den. They're typically even tougher out at Winchester.
40 seconds to go. Norwell can dribble the air out of the basketball should they so desire. Whirling.
Well, that's
Riley.
an impressive win for the Knights, Jeff. They played really well. Again, they got in some foul trouble. But even when Geiger went to the bench, the team that Coach McBride had on the floor extended the lead. And they kept the Tigers in check. So credit Coach McBride and the Knights. And they will take another from the Tigers.
Norwell will raise its record to 5-2. Bluffton falls to 1-6. Back with the post after this. Voice Sports Network, WellsCountyVoice.com.
Troxel Equipment has been a trusted John Deere dealer and supplier of quality grain drying and storing equipment for over 2 decades. They can also be trusted to bring you rugged John Deere toys that are built for tough fun. Sturdy, die-cast scale models of the real thing. These toys hold up in the rough and tumble world of today's kids. And right now, through Christmas, all toys are 10% off at Troxel Equipment. You'll find John Deere tractors, combines, wagons, clothing, ride-on toys, and much more at Troxel Equipment, 5068 East, 100 North in Bluffton. Troxel Equipment, your solutions dealer. Costly misconceptions about collision repair, brought to you by Lauren's Body Shop.
The insurance representative said you have to obtain multiple estimates.
False. There is no law requiring you get more than one estimate. With multiple estimates in your hand, they will most likely pick the cheapest one, which is often the most incomplete estimate.
In business since 1951, Lauren's Body Shop on East Dustman Road specializes in insurance collision repair, offers free estimates, and an outstanding limited lifetime warranty. Visit lawrensbodyshop.com.
You're always going to have sibling rivalry, and it's no different with the Heidi brothers. They went and built 2 dealerships right next to each other and filled them up with new Chevys, Jeeps, Buicks, Chryslers, Dodge Rams, and more. And some of the best late-model pre-owned vehicles around, just so they could compete for your business with service, selection, and price. The choice is yours. Heidi Automotive Group in Bluffton, just 20 minutes south of Fort Wayne.
Every team knows that the 3-point play can be a winning move. That's why State Farm and me, Kevin Beatty, and my team are here to help you go for 3 by combining your home, auto, and life insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. So go for the win and score savings by combining your home, auto, and life. It's just another way we're here to help things go right. So call me, State Farm Agent Kevin Beatty, at 824-1928. It's a great call that saves you time and money.
Back here at the Castle, your final score is 61-34. Norwell with the win, and scoring is as follows. For the visiting Bluffton Tigers, McClish unofficially finishes with 7. Irwin with 11. 5 for King. 3 for Cooley. 4 for Johnson. 2 for Green. 2 for Cummins. Game total of 34. For the Knights of Norwell, Torsen finishes with 10, 5 for Brady, 17 for Geiger, Whirling with 2, Leidig with 8, 7 for Riley, and 5 for Fetterspiel. A game total for Norwell of 61. And it's hard to believe, Scott, when we think back at it, Bluffton was actually playing fairly well to start this contest. It feels like eons ago, but
yeah, they had a little bit of a lead in the first quarter. Jonathan Irwin started out hot. You know, they dropped a couple of 3 balls. I think Gavin King had a 3-ball early. They had a couple inside baskets, and Coach McBride turned up the pressure.
He did. You could see it too. You could see that. Okay, they were token pressuring there to start the game, but you can tell it's like, okay, we're going to flip a switch on, and they really upped it a notch. And when that happened, the spread just became too much.
At the end of the day, the Tigers needed some more production out of their bigs tonight, and they got in foul trouble, and it's just too much to overcome. They got a little bit of offense out of their guards tonight, something they've been missing, especially from Long. But they had to have more production inside, and Geiger was just too much for them. And really, if you look back on it, I think the Tigers would have been in even worse shape if Geiger had not been in some foul trouble.
Absolutely.
And stayed on the bench for so long. Even though during those stretches, they opened up some larger leads. But I tell you what, it was a great outing for the Knights. Give them credit where credit's due. They've clearly got some talent out there, and the Tigers are still looking for answers right now. And they're going to have to find it. I mean, they've got Winchester coming up. They got a couple of non-conference games coming up. And in the near future, the not too far future, the ACAC tournament's coming up for Bluffton. Yep. And they're going to have to get this thing turned around, or it might be a short stop in tournament play.
That's another thing you don't want to do. We were talking about that in the pregame show, that you don't want to go into the Christmas break with a bad loss because you got all kinds of time to practice, and that's a danger in the ACAC tournament, too. If you bow out early, you've got several days of torture, for lack of a better term, if you don't perform well. From a Norwell perspective, they're right back at it tomorrow night here. Matter of fact, 10 feet behind us is Aaron McClure, the head coach of the Flying Jets, here scouting Norwell tonight. He's talking with the girls' head coach, Eric Thornton. Speaking of the girls, they are off to a 10-1 start and number 3 in the state. As of last check, they were
Coach Thornton just continues to excel out here. He does an amazing job every year, year in and year out. He puts a team on the floor which competes at high levels, and this year is no different.
And I got to tell you, they played DeKalb last week, and it was tied at halftime. DeKalb hasn't won a game all year, and everybody's in here scratching his head, and you could just their heads. And when you saw him walk out of the locker room, you could tell he had a discussion. They put up 34 points in the third quarter, and it was not a contest from there. Of course, we'll pick back up after the holiday break with more Norwell girls, Norwell boys, also getting some more play here. Of course, Scott's down in Bluffton doing his thing with the Tigers throughout the year, and a couple Southern Wells games thrown in there as well. We're doing our best to keep everybody covered here. I'm kind of dragging my feet. Will Coach Benedict come up and chat with you?
I doubt it. I doubt it, honestly. So let's knock out the players of the game, and let's get on back to our families. How about it?
Absolutely. My family's standing right beside me like, hurry up.
I will. I'll do the Bluffton honors, and I'll let you take care of the Knights. I think I got to go with Jonathan Irwin tonight. Led the Tigers in scoring. I think Jonathan broke out a little bit out of his scoring slump, knocked down some threes, kept shooting in the second half. Didn't have as much success in the second half as he did in the first, but he knocked down some tonight. I think that's got to feel good for Jonathan. So Jonathan Irwin is our Bluffton WellsCountyVoice.com player of the game. And Jeff?
Kind of a no-brainer. Mr. Will Geiger with 17 points, and he probably could have had upwards of mid-20s had he not gotten himself into foul trouble. He finishes with a game-high 17 for Norwell in their 61-34 victory for Norwell. Will Geiger is a WellsCountyVoice.com Norwell player of the game.
Well, Jeff, it was a pleasure. Thank you for having me on board.
Absolutely.
Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Thank you very much.
And to all the listeners out there, Merry Christmas. I think I'm doing the Winchester game, so I'll be back on the air for you before the new year. Jeff, Happy New Year.
Thank you very much.
Everybody be safe. And what do you say we get on out of here?
Absolutely. I think from a Norwell perspective, our next game is January 4th on the schedule. I don't have it in front of me, but that sounds about right. For Scott Minster, for my wife Carrie running camera to my left, everybody at the Voice Sports Network, good night.